Baghdad. Mecca was the patrimony of the line, AD 750 to 960, of Hashim, yet the Abbasids were never tempted to reside either in the birthplace, Mecca, nor the city, Medina, of the Prophet. Damascus was disgraced by the choice and polluted by the blood of the Umayyah. After some hesitation, al-Mansur, the brother and successor of Safa, laid the foundations of Baghdad, the imperial seat of his posterity during a reign of 500 years. The chosen spot is on the eastern bank of the Tigris, about 15 miles above the ruins of Modain. The double wall was of a circular form, and such was the rapid increase of a capital, now dwindled to a provincial town, that the funeral of a popular saint might be attended by 800,000 men and 60,000 women of Baghdad and the adjacent villages. In this city of peace, amidst the riches of the East, the Abbasids soon disdained the abstinence and frugality of the first caliphs, and aspired to emulate the magnificence of the Persian kings. After his wars and buildings, al-Mansur left behind him in gold and silver about 30 million sterling, and this treasure was exhausted in a few years by the vices or virtues of his children. His son Mahdi, in a single pilgrimage to Mecca, expended 6 millions of dinars in gold. A pious and charitable motive may sanctify the foundations of cisterns and caravanserais, which he distributed along a measured road of 600 miles. But his train of camels, laden with snow, could serve only to astonish the natives of Arabia and to refresh the fruits and liquors of the royal banquet. The courtiers would surely praise the liberality of his grandson al-Mamun, who gave away 4/5 of the income of a province, a sum of 2,400,000 gold dinars, before he drew his foot from the stirrup. At the nuptials of the same prince, 1,000 pearls of the largest size were showered on the head of the bride, and a lottery of lands and houses displayed by the capricious bounty of fortune. The glories of the court were brightened rather than impaired in the decline of the empire, and a Greek ambassador might admire or pity the magnificence of the feeble Muqtadir. The caliph's whole army, says the historian Abu Feda, both horse and foot, was under arms, which together made a body of 160,000 men. His state officers, the favourite slaves, stood near him in splendid apparel, their belts glittering with gold and gems. Near them were 7,000 eunuchs, 4,000 of them white, the remainder black. The porters or doorkeepers were in number 700. Barges and boats, with the most superb decorations, were seen swimming upon the Tigris. Nor was the palace itself less splendid, in which were hung up 38,000 pieces of tapestry, 12,500 of which were silk embroidered with gold. The carpets on the floor were 22,000. 100 lions were brought out with a keeper to each lion. Among the other spectacles of rare and stupendous luxury was a tree of gold and silver spreading into 18 large branches on which, and on the lesser boughs, sat a variety of birds made of the same precious metals, as well as the leaves of the tree. While the machinery effected spontaneous motions, the several birds warbled their natural harmony. Through this scene of magnificence, the Greek ambassador was led by the vizier to the foot of the caliph's throne.